Doors are closed.
Okay. So, who would like to start telling about how you met?
You go ahead.
Well, it was a blind date. How we met.
Arranged by who?
Arranged by Bertha, his sister.
Uh-huh.
And we went to the state fairgrounds to a dance-a-thon that they used to have back in the 40s.
Uh-huh.
They danced until they couldn't dance anymore.
Grandpa knew how to dance?
No, that wasn't us.
Oh, you're just going to watch?
Couples.
Couples.
Watch.
Oh, okay.
That was a marathon thing.
Oh, okay.
And that was our first date. The second date, he met me at school.
Well, wait, what did you think when Grandma got in the car? Did you go pick her up?
I liked your coat.
What kind of coat was it?
It's rabbit fur.
No, it wasn't. It was seal, Hudson seal.
Oh.
And the whole arm was all torn. I had to keep it next to my body so nobody would know it was torn.
Did
Lady across the street gave it to us.
Oh.
Gave it to me.
But I couldn't see that toy.
We were poor back then, and she helped by giving us some of her clothes. And
But Grandpa thought you had money because you had a fur coat
but
on.
the fur coat couldn't be repaired, but it did look nice if you didn't see the tear on the side of the sleeve, so he thought it was beautiful.
Oh. How old was he? Or how old were each of you?
She was 16.
And you?
Yeah, huh?
How old were you?
Oh, I was 19, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
19. I was too old for her.
So how did you decide to meet her at school?
Oh, I was working afternoons at a Cadillac, so I had, opportunity to go by there and pick her up, take her home before I had to go to work. And things like that.
Didn't you find a note or something in one of your sister's books?
Yeah, I did.
What did it say?
Oh, what she thought of me, what a great guy she thought your brother was, and all this stuff. Of course, I could hold that over her head later on,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what did you think when he showed up, Graham? Were you surprised when he showed up to pick you up?
Yeah, it was dark. I didn't see him. He had a tweed suit on. It was ugly. It was ugly.
It wasn't torn.
No. I know it wasn't torn, but it was ugly suit. But back then they wore those kind of suits, you know.
Yeah.
They were popular.
Yeah.
But
so then where'd you go? Did you start dating then, or?
Pardon?
Did you start dating then?
Yeah, kind of more or less. Yes. Most of the time.
he worked afternoons, so there wasn't too many days. Couple of weekends, you know.
So did you guys break up then? How long did it take?
No, we went together till I went in service, which wasn't too long. What? Yeah.
Well, a year.
About a year. No, it wasn't a year, wasn't it? Just summer a bit. And
what year?
school was still going, so it's probably in the spring, and I went in service in September, so.
Of what year?
42.
42.
Wrote me letters every day nearly and stuff like that, and I did the same thing, but sometimes I would have to write 3 a day to catch up where I didn't write 2 before. You know.
Blames on the mail service.
And anyway, one day I got a Dear John letter.
Only it was Dear Orman.
Yeah, no, yeah, they call it Dear John.
After you've been sending her money and everything, huh?
Oh yeah, not a lot, but I sent her some.
Then she broke up with
I
you?
was planning on, when I got out, we'd have something to get married on.
Uh-huh.
And I come home on furlough, I met her in the drugstore, she gave it back. She didn't try to keep it.
So
Could have told him to get lost and kept the money, couldn't I, Jim?
yeah. So did you cry, Graham?
What?
Did you cry when you got the letter?
No, I didn't cry.
Did you cry when you got the money back?
No, man, I had a good time with that money while I was on furlough. But that lasted, I don't know how long we busted up, maybe 6 months, something like that.
Was that when you drove by your house?
No. I did that for, we were going to get a phone service.
Oh, tell us that little story, Graham. That's a good one. About him driving by your house.
Well, he used to do that, just drive by on his way to work and toot the horn.
Was another girl in the car?
No, that was a different time.
I was out working afternoons and midnight. I used to drive by after I got off from work. Toot the horn.
It was on a weekend when he took the girl on a picnic.
Yeah, the little devil, she lived 1 block over from her. Me and my buddies, well, he had a girlfriend, just no girlfriend, date. I picked this one up, and I was coming up to Junction Avenue off of this street, and she was walking right across in front of me. I didn't see her, though. I didn't see her.
He saw me all right.
She wouldn't talk to me for a while after that.
I can see why.
Yeah.
And that's about it, Jenny, till we dated on and off. Well, we dated till I went in service. And
When did you ask her to marry you?
I don't know.
By letter or in person?
Yeah, I wrote her dad a letter. I can't get out of that one. You know.
It's in writing.
That's permission, like some people did then, some didn't. I did anyway. Hoping he'd say no, but he didn't. So.
Did you know he was going to ask you, Graham?
Oh, yeah.
So then her and my sister came to, I was stationed at Harlingen, Texas, at the southern tip of Texas, and air base there. And her and her sister, my sister, came down. And
By train? By bus?
I think it took about 3 days, because,
Yes, it did.
And
Didn't you get accosted on the bus? Or was that the
No,
train?
that was on our way home.
Oh.
Some lady stole the money.
I had to get a permit to wait in town at the bus station after, I think, 10 o'clock at night, especially midnight at least. You couldn't be on the street, serviceman, unless you had special permission. And then I couldn't hardly leave around the bus station. And I didn't get there about 3 in the morning.
Oh my God.
And I had a couple of rooms rented up at my sergeant's place. He was married, living in town. He had a pretty nice ranch home, so I had a couple rooms rented from him for their stay there. And we went out there, and my sister went to bed. Betty, me and her stayed up on the porch patio out there talking, I think, for a couple hours after that.
Wow. And
then finally, she went to bed, and I went to bed. Next day we got married at about 6 o'clock in the afternoon at a Justice of the Peace house. I had to get the old bugger up from the table. He was eating.
Eating her supper.
And we got married, and we had a little party at the hotel, down the hotel there for some of my friends. Okay.
what did you wear, Graham?
I had a little white suit with a blue and white blouse.
Was
Yeah.
I don't remember what she did wear.
No, I don't know what she wore, but she was the one that stood up for us. And one of his buddies that got killed in the war.
No, he didn't get killed.
I thought he did.
No. He had been over there already on his 50 missions, and he was back and got assigned to that air base down there.
Oh, you know what? I gotta go pick up Ma.
Yeah.
Okay.
But keep thinking about it.
Texas.
Oh yeah. So you had just gotten married. Yeah, but we didn't go back to the alpaca thing.
Well, we get that later.
Who'd she dump you for?
Hmm?
She dumped you for Alpac, right?
Just say it now. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you. In my Dear John letter.
This doesn't have to be a perfect, doesn't have to be a perfect story. Just tell whatever you remember, whenever you remember it.
Well, she told me, wrote me this letter, and my buddy had told me that, seen him in the restaurant, you know, and her and my sister, and she was with Alpac, and I don't know who my sister was, who she was.
Nobody.
Nobody.
They were just spying on me.
Spying on you. Anyway, you met him through her, didn't you? No, you met him through
Bertha.
Yeah, his Bertha's boyfriend. And anyway, he told her he wasn't in service at all then.
Nobody went in the Marines.
He went in the Marines later on. And then he wrote her a letter.
He got sent overseas.
He got sent overseas, and see, I was always in the training command down in Texas. They was training co-pilots and B-24s and aerial gunners at that base. So I never never went overseas. And he wrote her a letter about these stateside guys, and yet I was already in service long before he'd even thought about it.
Yeah. Didn't you volunteer? You volunteered, right?
For me?
He probably got drafted though.
He got drafted, yeah, volunteered. And so...
So he convinced Grandma, huh?
I think he got killed in service though.
Oh.
So we stayed, she stayed down there, I think about a week or so, didn't you? Maybe two. And come back home on a bus, and my sister got her purse stolen in Oklahoma for some woman that befriended him, I think.
I had given her my money to stick in her purse. And she's Gabby. She got on the arm of the other lady. But she talks to everybody. You know, that guy. And this lady came and sat on the arm of her chair on the bus, and they talked for quite a long time, and then the lady got off the bus, and we went on to the next station. We went to get off. We didn't have any money or tickets. Stranded.
Oh my God.
So I wired home to my dad, and he sent us some money to finish coming home on. So I told her, don't talk to nobody else.
Oh my God.
Anyway, she came home, went back to work. She was working at some little place.
Where did you work, Graham?
Michigan Wire Cloth.
I think about it, was it a year later? Maybe not even that, 6 months or so. She came back down herself. Stayed a week or two.
He was always getting shipped out.
I got a 3-day pass, you know, so I could be with her. So we had a motel room there, and I went back to base after a day or two to change uniform. They wouldn't let me back out because my squadron had got restricted on account of not having your barracks clean or something. Nobody go in town.
Oh my God.
So I had to call her up and tell her, so she had to stay around there by herself for a day or two. And some guy walked right in on her when she's laying on a bed in her slip. Because I guess he didn't turn his key in. He come right in, you know, back then.
Oh my God.
So she had to holler at him, get out of here, you're in the wrong room, and scared her to death. And she stayed around a week or two and then come back, and
Is that when Mom happened?
possibly, I think so.
9 months later.
You hope so, huh, Graham?
Yeah, about then. And
But he was always shipping out.
well, they used
Go home.
they used to tell us, you know, you prepare, you might go next week. Next week come, they start with a bunch of guys, call names off, but maybe yours wasn't called. You never know.
Yeah.
So,
Then Grandma had to go home again, huh?
Yeah.
well, she's.
And I just stayed home.
One time, my plane, the aerial engineer on B-24. And, you know, we signed sometime to go different places. Of course, most of the time you're either using your plane for your training. They was trained co-pilots or aerial gunners. But mine mostly was for training pilots, co-pilots, shooting land and stuff like that, or getting up, you know, and cutting off one engine way up and stuff. You know, so we learned to co-pilot how to take charge and stuff. Anyway, we had to take some aerial gunners to Seattle, Washington. My plane was assigned for that. And me and this old lieutenant and first lieutenant and second lieutenant. First lieutenant was a pilot, second lieutenant, I was an engineer. And we had a bunch of these GIs in the back end of the bomber, taking them there. And we had to stop at Long Beach, California, because we had some generator trouble. And stayed all night there, and then went on up to Seattle and stuff. And so me and this pilot, co-pilot, went into town that night. You know, a little bit. We had a few. and it was her birthday, I think. I called her from Seattle, reversed the charges to wish her happy birthday.
Oh my God.
And we yapped for a while, you know, and had all this stuff. And then hung up, and then I went and sat back down a couple more. I got to think, hey, I didn't even wish her a happy birthday. So I got to call again, reverse the charge, and boy, back then, the old man, he wanted to tell me her dad, she stayed home with her dad.
What time was it? Late at
night?
Late at night.
Well, you know, Seattle, you get a lot of difference in the hours.
Yeah.
I suppose it was about 2 o'clock in the morning here when it got through.
So if you can't be sober, don't call me at all.
And then we start flying back to Harlingen there, and we had a whole bunch on the plane that GIs going furloughs. You know, you get hops, they call it. And one was a whack. Woman, she sat up front with us. We had an extra seat.
They made sure they had an extra seat.
We was coming back. She said she had a bottle in her bag back in the back, so pilot sent me back there to get it. It's a fifth or something. I brought it up there, and I had a couple nips, few, and the co-pilot and her, you know, but the pilot, he didn't drink anything.
That's good.
Yeah, I would say.
Oh, we had a lot of fun.
Oh my God. So what did your dad think about you marrying a hillbilly grandma?
Coming back,
He didn't think nothing about it.
He flew out of his way, I don't know, way up in Montana somewhere there. He flew way out this way for direct flight back, you know. And he flew over this farm, come over this mountain right down over some ranch way out there. And some old guy was out there plowing the tractor, and I saw him in town later on, this pilot. He said, remember that old guy that that buzzed, you know, out there? It was his parents, or his in-laws house that we buzzed.
Oh.
And I said, yeah. He said, well, I had to go back for a death in the family. And said, I saw him in town. He said, I blew his hat right off.
Oh my God.
That's how close they came from.
Well, you know, you come pretty low with it before in your bomber. That's a crazy thing.
Wow.
Oh, we had fun.
So when did you go back to Detroit?
When did I?
When were you done?
Oh, I got discharged September 29th of, no, December the 7th. I went in September the 29th of 42, and I got discharged December the 7th, 45. 3 years, 9 months, and 2 days.
Wow, 3 years. 3 years, 9 months, and 2 days?
No, 3 years, 2 months, and 9 days.
Holy cow.
That's it, yeah.
I didn't know that.
You did, huh?
No.
No,
That's
You were
a
in
long.
for the duration then.
Okay, that's fine.
Eddie was in longer than that, wasn't he?
No.
Well, possibly he got out a little ahead of me, but I think he went in a little ahead of me too. I didn't know Eddie then, you know. I didn't
Holy cow.
know who he was.
Wow. So where'd you guys live when you got back?
With
Huh?
my mother and
We
dad.
lived with their mother and dad for about a year.
Setting a nice precedent
And
for
then
us.
we rented a
Get no ideas, please.
we rented a flat.
Sharon was
Sharon was
down there.
6 months old when I got out.
Oh my gosh.
I was sent up here to go to supercharger school at Chanutfield, Illinois for a few weeks. And it's little Chicago. I used to come on the weekend. leave there at noon Saturday, take a train through Chicago, transfer to Detroit, get here about 2 or 3 in the morning.
Wow.
And I left on Saturday when she was born. I think she was born on Friday night, I believe it was. Saturday morning or Saturday morning. And before I got the telegram, I had left, and I didn't know it till I got here about 3 in the morning.
Oh my
I
God.
walked in there in the house, and Mr. Hillman said, "Well, you have a daughter." And I couldn't believe it. I went upstairs and looked in the bedroom. She wasn't there.
Oh my God.
So next morning, I went down to the hospital and seen her for the first time. She looked so old. I was all wrinkled.
Oh my God.
And then I had to leave at about 3 that afternoon to be back to the base by midnight.
Oh my God. So terrible.
Well, they put a curtain around the bed and let them stay all
I
day.
stayed during the day. Went in the morning,
Oh, that's
most
nice.
of the day. And then I didn't see her anymore. I got shipped back to Harlingen. I didn't see her anymore till she was
6 months.
6 months old.
Wow.
By that time I was walking, talking, and reciting Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Crawling and everything.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
And like I say, that
And
was
he said she was a wrinkled, dried up
after
thing.
we got our own house, a flat. Bought our own
Toledo?
few pieces of furniture
No, Senator.
on uncredited, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Refrigerator and kitchen outfit and stuff. The refrigerator's still in the basement, Jenny, down there behind the bar.
Oh my gosh, that's the
We
one,
got our
huh?
first housekeeper.
Oh my
That
God.
never caused me a bit of trouble yet. And
Wow.
that thing is, my God, that was, what, 46 maybe?
Well, Sharon was a year older when we moved out.
46 years.
46.
Wow.
That's how long I've had it. It still runs good.
You don't peep.
Hardly hear it.
Even if we leave, her plane doesn't leave till 8:25. She's got her seat and everything.
What time?
8:25. We wouldn't have to leave there till 7:30 at the
Yeah,
earliest.
But you know, they don't wait on you right away. The ones that's going to the airport should order their meals first.
Better start telling.
Well, I don't know any.
I've done all
Well,
that.
I guess you can tell about, let's see.
I remember him. Is it on?
Mm-hmm.
I remember him when he first come home from service. He wanted a car so bad, and we were really poor. He was only making 90 cents an hour
Where
at Modern Materials.
Oh.
It was New Brick Products then, but it was the same company. They kept changing owners. And he had his old Army uniform and his hat that went with it up on the shelf in the closet, hall closet. And I decided this one day, well, that morning I had asked him for some money for some bread and milk, and he said he didn't have a penny. I'd have to take some pop bottles back. I said, well, I'll wait till you come home. So anyway, I was cleaning out this closet, and this Army hat fell down off the shelf and hit me in the face, and money went everywhere. I mean, bills was flying
I
all
probably had 2 or 3
No, he was saving for a car, but the money went flying.
around the
And I said,
sweatband inside.
that dirty bugger didn't have milk and bread money for us, but he had this all stuffed in this hat.
So that was the beginning of your
That was the
squirreling
beginning of
away
the
your
war.
little separate.
That was the beginning of the war. Let us starve to death, but he had all this money in the house. But anyway, he bought an old Dodge with it. Kept that for a while, and
Then had to get a new motor for it.
yeah, it was really a real.
Is that the Dodge that Marie and Jimmy?
No.
No, that was the first new car I bought.
No, then
That was a Plymouth.
Grandpa bought the Dodge when he bought the new Plymouth to go back and forth to work, because Grandpa rode the bus all those years and sometimes walked from Toledo to Waterman and Verner Highway there.
Where did he work?
He worked for Sinclair Refining Company, driving a big oil truck,
So tell about
gasoline truck.
hiring Marie and Jimmy to clean your car for you.
Well, I bought a 49 Plymouth, new one. First new car I ever owned. Bought it out on Woodward Avenue. And we went to pick it up that night, coming up Woodward Avenue. It only had a 90-horse motor in it, I think. 6-cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up Woodward, I thought, boy, you press the accelerator a little bit, that thing just took off. Thought I was king. Anyway,
That's a big car.
anyway, probably a week or two after that one, on a Sunday, I was letting Jimmy and Marie, wasn't it,
Mm-hmm.
wash it out in front on the street in front of Mr. Hill. They had the hose out there, and man, they had that thing all lathered up good, and they was, you know,
Scrubbing away on it.
doing. And I went out there and I was going to congratulate them, you know, doing a good job with the soap and water, and they were using Brillo pads.
Oh my God.
He almost
That's
stained
why
it.
the soap was so, and they had scratches all over that black car. I mean,
2
just
weeks
hairline
old.
scratches. And I never, they was in there till the day I sold it.
Oh my God.
Well, we couldn't afford to have it repainted or anything.
Oh,
Hairline
Lucky we
scratches.
could afford the car.
No kidding. Oh my
They
God.
done an excellent job. Soap was
was
flowing
clean.
down Toledo Avenue for a week.
did you yell at him, Dad?
Yeah, I guess a little, but not as much as she did.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
God.
we should have known better.
Yeah.
They were just kids,
That's
and
right.
he didn't give them the supplies. They went and got their own, and he didn't pay no attention to what they were doing.
Another thing, Jenny, she always wanted to get my paycheck.
Oh yes, this is a whole nother chapter. The paycheck.
Yeah, I was sick this one day or two, you know, and I was sick. We lived upstairs in the flat.
Mhm.
And it was Friday, knock come on the door, and it was my boss. He brought my check by, you know.
Mhm.
So he come on up the steps, and Betty opened the door there, and he says, well, we you know, we knew him. Good. He said, hi, how's Orman doing? He said, I brought his check by. Man, I'm laying on the couch over there. I jumped off of that.
Leaped over the dining room table.
Got over her head.
He got well fast.
Did you see the amount on there, Grandma?
No. And one day I went down the basement to throw some garbage in our garbage disposal we used to have to burn the garbage incinerator. And went down there and I saw all of these stubs of the checks. And I thought, oh my God. So I pulled them out. They hadn't started to burn yet. And I was reading them, and he come home and I gave him the lecture on that. He said I was too goddamn nosy.
Yeah.
So what did he do with the money that you didn't get?
Well, that's another question.
She got 90, 95%
And to this
of
day, he does the same tricks.
it. 95% of it she gets.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty
So now I'm old and on Social Security. I have my own money, and I don't care.
So
You have mine.
how did you earn money when you were married? By making breakfast for him?
Yes. When I didn't get up to get his breakfast, I could be dead. Didn't get up to get his breakfast. He deducted it from the pay.
Well, that's all she, you know.
And what
that
time was that? 3 in the morning?
Sometimes 2,
Oh my gosh.
And,
sometimes 3.
well, you know, I went to work early. I couldn't get up and get my breakfast, too. That's no do.
Could have had a donut or a bowl of cereal.
No, not as hard as I worked. And I only weighed 135, 40 pounds.
The con. Wasn't your dad worried that you were marrying him?
Oh,
Didn't
yeah,
he
he told
give
me I
his
better
stuff
not
away?
marry him. He had the con. I didn't know what the con was. It's TV.
Well, it doesn't look like he has a con anymore.
No,
I
no.
did then. I looked like
No, it looks more like Grandpa now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
like a scarecrow.
he sure changed over the years. Hottest day in summer, he would wear long sleeves because he didn't want nobody to see his skinny arms. But that all changed. Guess it was my good cooking.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think it's since I've been cooking.
So now that you've been married for almost 50 years, what piece of advice would you give to me and Ken getting married?
Well, break him in your way. Don't ever let him get the upper hand.
Let him have his own money, for one thing.
No, don't
Don't try to keep every nickel he's got in his pocket.
No, Jen, that's not right either.
And he shouldn't do it to you either. You gotta have a little bit of,
So maintain independent finances, huh?
oh, not
Don't
not
be sneaky
completely.
about it. I never knew how much he made. He took and filled out the income tax. I never saw how much was on that income tax either.
How much did you make, Gramp?
I don't know, I didn't, I worked overtime.
He had plenty of money to spend.
Where did he spend it, at the Greeno?
The Greeno bar. Every night we'd think he was working, he was at the Greeno bar. Wait supper and wait supper. Finally we gave up and started eating ourselves.
So,
a lot of times I would have liked to throw it over his head when he come in the door instead of serving it to him.
so you would also advise to check the local bars?
Yeah, don't live near any bar.
No, I had a friend that checked that for me, call her up. Yeah, he used to watch me, he was kind of a night watchman over there at night. He just come, just a good friend, he did it for the hell of it.
Uh-huh.
And all us young guys, in the service, we used to stop at the bar close by, especially on Fridays, payday. Oh, we got a check cashed in there.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you go in, Betty get a phone call, hey, you want to know where Brooks is? Go over to Greeno.
He's trying to move in on your territory, huh?
Yeah, he was a good guy.
Is that Sykes?
Yeah. In fact, he moved us out here.
Every Friday I could count on my phone call. And then, not bad enough, after he stopped at the Greeno, we come up and stopped at the American Legion.
So what would you say the best part about being married to each other is?
I don't know. Just being together, I guess.
Putting up with them.
We got fun.
Keeps you feisty.
No, honestly, we've never had a lot of fights. Very few. We get mad, and won't talk to another for a couple of days, but pretty soon you got to say something if you want to live in the same house.
Yes.
You tell the kids, ask them.
Yeah.
Go ask your father. Go ask. Go tell your
than anybody else.
Who disciplined the two? You, Graham?
Oh.
Yes, he was never home long enough to know he had kids, I don't think.
And Leanie needed a lot of it, huh?
Huh?
Leanie needed a lot of it.
Yeah.
You knew your dad was here, didn't you, Sharon?
Yes.
Right.
Well, when we were little, Dad was the voice of reason. But when we got older, they changed roles. It's kind of like, then Grandma got easier and more understanding, and where have you been in the car, and he got wild.
Hmm.
And the older he gets, the wilder he gets, too.
No, you kind of changed roles as we got older.
Even though she made you wear anklets in high school?
Yeah.
Well, who could afford to buy them nylon?
The legs were too skinny for nylons anyway.
Well, I couldn't afford to buy them for myself, hardly, let alone for them.
Well, you should have told us this because you couldn't afford it. You told us we weren't allowed.
I done out without many of things to buy them the things they wanted.
This is true. You wore the same coat for years and years. But we got a new one all the time.
What year did you move to Riverview?
1955.
Lenny was 3 years old, I think, wasn't she?
I was 10.
And Sharon was 10, and she stayed in at Grandma and Grandpa's house to finish school in April, and then from April, on March, and then after school was out, she came out here and stayed. And
We moved in, there was no, let's see, we had sidewalk. We had no,
Driveway.
no porch, no front
That's
porch.
right.
no front porch. It had a board laying across there, didn't we? To come in, yeah, it wasn't poured, it was. And then we had the 2 ribbons for the driveway.
Yeah, but they didn't pour them right away.
Yeah, that's right.
I think they was in.
We had it solid up to the front porch and then the
Yeah, that's
ribbons
right.
to the back.
Did you have all the houses around you though already?
No.
No, they was all built at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, but there was a lot of houses that wasn't built down that way toward the corner.
I thought they was all built at the same
No.
time.
Mm-mm.
Was this the first house you owned?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How much did it
And then
cost?
we came out here and admired it. I was living in Detroit. When they was finishing it, working on it, before we could move in. And admiring the house, oh boy, pretty soon, in a month or two, we'll be able to move in. We was admiring one across the street, Arthur's.
Oh,
Wasn't even-
Oh, that's the one we bought.
wasn't even your house.
This one.
Every
Bet you were
Sunday we
surprised
take
to
a
see
drive
people
out.
moving in,
Huh?
huh? Bet you were surprised to see people moving into your house, huh?
No, we moved in first.
Oh, okay.
We knew,
The builders
found out
straightened us up.
I was kinda glad after that. There's been nothing behind me since, built behind my house since the divorce.
Wow, that's cool.
It's still open field.
Hmm.
Well, we've seen a lot of neighbors come and go, but
We only got this house because Grandma liked the corner sink.
Now she hates it.
Mm-hmm.
can't stand it.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly killed myself one day on it. Got
What,
up
with
to
the
wash the
windows?
windows, had them all out on the sink, and the phone rang, and I stepped back, and my leg went through 3 panes of it, and blood was shooting everywhere. And of course, my kids was working for Olive. They got paid from her. They didn't get paid over here. So I kept calling and calling for them. Neither one of them come. And finally they said, "Boys, we better go see what she wants. She ain't gonna shut up." When they opened the door and saw the blood was squirting up to the ceiling and every which way,
God.
they panicked and run for Sadie that lived next door on the other side.
Oh my God.
We were over there arguing who had to go. You go. No, you go. No, you go see what she wants.
She only wants us to work.
Yeah, we figured she wanted us to do a job. Sadie was a great lifesaver then because she cleaned it up and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we said.
So you got any other tales to tell on each other?
Oh, there's a lot to tell, but my God, you can't put them in 15 minutes, I tell you
Need
that.
more tape, huh?
No.
Well, we can continue this interview next time I'm home.
We
It'll be
might
the-
think of some more fantastic tales.
Yeah. Write them down. The epic saga of the Brookses. About the trips to Tennessee and
But
Oh, we
Dad,
took that once a year for vacation. That was our vacation.
Dad used to make us eat breakfast and he wouldn't let us, he never got hungry the rest of the day. So we weren't supposed to get hungry the rest of the day.
she ate at
One
5
time-
and never
one time
again.
we were
That
going,
was in his skinny days.
one time we were going through the mountains and didn't see no restaurant, no nothing in sight, and all of a sudden we come upon this lodge. That was 9 o'clock at night and we were starved to death, hardly any money. When we went through the front door, we saw these waiters standing there with white towels over their arms, and we knew then
Oh
we
my
were in the
God.
wrong place. So he warned the kids they could only have a hamburger and cut it in half. Starved to death.
That was in the,
Smoky
Blue Ridge,
Mountains.
wasn't it?
huh?
Blue Ridge.
Blue,
wasn't it?
Blue-
the Blue Ridge, I think we took the Shenandoah Valley down through there and
Yeah.
up to the mountains.
Very beautiful scenic drive, but we never stopped to eat. We passed those restaurants by. We'll get the next one. We never did see the next one. Well, I'm not going to turn around in the middle of the highway and go back.
How'd you like the outhouses when you got there?
Well, I didn't like them at all. But after a while, she got the
They had indoor
One
plumbing
put in
and
the-
stuff,
indoors.
That was a long time though.
Yes, it was many
I was a
years.
teenager
yeah.
by
The
that
kids
time.
used to love to go there on vacation.
Even though they had to drink turpentine?
She thought they had worms and she
I
gave
still
them
loved it.
a dose of turpentine.
Well, it took much.
I like to die when I found that out. Well, Sharon, Lily wasn't born
Two or
yet.
3 drops in a
Sugar.
teaspoon of sugar.
Oh my God, she's trying to kill this kid.
They had all their home remedies, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd she think I had worms?
I don't
Because you
know.
were skinny.
Well, so was my father.
I know, but he had a lot of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not sure of it.
You had plenty more than
Oh,
her.
yeah.
Poor little old Orman, he is so thin. Now, Betty, put the dish towel down and come in here. I want you to see this program. Little Orman is on it every morning. We had
Spear family.
yeah, the
wasn't it?
Spear family, the one that sang.
We had all
God,
sit and
what
watch
was
it.
that was on television.
Well,
down
just like
south,
him.
you know.
Little Orman's on. Come on, Betty, put the
Oh,
dish
really?
towel down. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I loved going down there, and we used to fight over who got to go get the water because they had a cistern. And you used to take a bucket out. I mean, you think, you know how germophobic we are now. Well, we all drank out of the same ladle. You put it back in the
wouldn't have
water.
Drank that water at all. It was
sit
nothing
there-
but rainwater.
What rainwater come off the roof of the house?
Oh,
But it was
Come
so
on.
good and
Down a
cold.
gutter.
Now,
Well,
Leanne and I never thought of that.
no, you know, you don't turn it into a cistern though. You get a rain, you've got it turned away. It don't go in a cistern right away. You let it rain for a few minutes to wash the
dirt,
you know, the top of the roof, the dirt off and stuff, and then, hey, if your cistern getting low, you gotta turn it in there and get some water.
Oh. Ew.
They had a rain barrel underneath their downspout, and we'd take the water out of that every night. Every night you had to water all the flowers. She had beautiful
Well,
flowers.
see, that's where you, it rain, you turn it in that barrel, for sure. So you can use that for your flowers and whatever, you know, instead of using cistern water later on.
Well, the water that you pumped out, didn't that get filtered through the rocks and everything into the well like before?
Mm-mm.
No.
Right from the rain barrel.
Yes. All a cistern is, Sharon, is a cement line, hole.
It's not a well.
No, a well is,
You have to
is natural water. It's running underneath.
We were drinking rainwater.
You were drinking rainwater.
Now, why didn't you tell us that?
It's a wonder she let
Well, what would you drink otherwise?
We thought it was great, though. It's good water. I
Just
used to
to
drink
get
more water
use the
there.
dipper.
Yeah, I used to drink more water in Tennessee than ever
It
in my
never
life
killed nobody.
because it was so much fun.
So that's the first time you ever went to the country, Graham? Was when you married Grandpa?
Yes.
You're
First
a
time I
city
was ever
girl?
out of Michigan.
Except for Texas.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Yeah. But we never traveled with 10 kids. The car wouldn't hold them.
Well, when you got married, did Granny and Papa live up here, or did they live down there?
They had just moved down there.
Then the first time you came down there,
I met you down there
Didn't
in
I
the first
come-
furlough.
I was on furlough, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And I came there and stopped, and you came down by train.
Mm-hmm.
Then we came up here, didn't we? From there.
Yeah.
Where'd you take the train to?
To Erin.
You went right to Erin?
Oh, they went right through there, the L&N.
Oh.
Got off right in there.
How many times did you move back and forth from Tennessee, Grant? When you were young?
They, just once or twice. We moved up here in 27.
Then you went back for the
29.
Depression?
I think it was 27 or 29. And then we moved back down there in 33 during the Depression for 4 years. And back here in 37. And I've been here ever since. Ever since 37. Well, even longer than that, except 3 years, see.
Yeah.
I've lived here most of my life.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Most of it.
Down south. Where'd you work?
I
Where was your
remember
first
those,
job
I
at?
remember those years from 33 to 37 because I was 12 to 15 years old in there, you know. They were hard years, though.
Did you farm?
Yeah, we had a farm, and my dad had a farm was my grandfather's place. He had 2 or 3 of his boys with different houses on the farm, and they had so much acreage to farm, and then of course he lived with his grandfather. He furnished the mules and horses in to cultivate it with, and he furnished that and the land and the seed and everything. You did the work, and he got half. See.
Like sharecropping.
Here's what it is, sharecropping. Yeah.